Hello and welcome to the G2 Plus podcast. My guests today are Ed Price and Craig Stapleton, Managing Director and Product Director at Advantech-Innocore. Ed, Craig, welcome to the podcast.
Good afternoon, Lewis.
We're currently staring down the barrel of the gaming show and conference season. I think we can pretty much visit a gaming event for the next week, for the next 3 months. And obviously, at this point, Advantech-Innocore has been creating its next batch of products to unveil at the shows. Craig, what's exciting you about the upcoming G2E show in Vegas, and what can visitors to the booth expect to see from Advantech-Innocore?
Sure. Hi, Lewis, and thanks for inviting us back.
Absolute pleasure.
We're very excited about being back in Vegas next month for the G2E show. We'll have our usual booth there and an array of products from Advantech. Highlights are 2 new DPX platforms that we'll be announcing at the show. That's the DPX S455 and DPX M266. Those are 2 new gaming platforms that we'll have at the show. The DPX S45 is the latest release in our very popular S series family of platforms, which is an all-in-one scalable platform, all-in-one GLI compliant platform for slot machines. And this one will have the latest Intel chipset, the 12th, 13th generation Intel Core i CPUs. So it offers very, very wide range of performance on the CPU side, from Pentium right through to Core i9 CPUs on that platform. And it also has scalable on the graphics side. It has pretty good internal graphics in the chipset, but it also allows you to fit a discrete graphics card via the X16 graphics card slot. So that's the new Intel board in the S series. And then on the M series side, we have a new AMD board, which is based on AMD's R2000. And that's the M266. The M series stands for Modular Multimedia, and that's our family of products for customers who don't need the full complement of gaming I/O and security that you get with our other family of products. Have their own I/O, or we can do modular I/O just to meet the I/O requirements of the application through little I/O modules that fit on the side expansion bus that we have on the M series products. So those are the 2 main platform products that we have. Other things that we're going to show, we have an upgrade of our LED controller. We have a new operating mode that's now supported with that product. There's a industry open source project called Fade Candy that's been around for some years, that was developed for artists who want to design LED lighting installations using LED technology. And we've built that compatibility into the LED controller now. So anyone who knows Fade Candy or wants to use Fade Candy can now use our LED controller in that mode as well as the original mode. So that's kind of interesting. Otherwise, we'll have usual array of graphics cards will be featured. We'll have graphics cards from AMD, NVIDIA, and we'll also have our own in-house manufactured Intel Arc graphics cards. Those are fairly noteworthy because those cards are 100% designed and manufactured in Advantech by our engineers in our factory. So it really allows us to provide gaming customers a really solid platform for high performance graphics with the kind of longevity, revision control, and customization if they need it. So for example, customer wants different video output combination, we can do that. If they want different size, shape, or maybe they want the cooler, the thermal solution modified, we can do that on these cards because they're 100% in-house at Advantech. So those are some of the highlights. We'll also have some other products from other product divisions, our iRetail and our hospitality products, kiosks, POS. Tablets, we'll have some of those products, and we'll have a small section with our collaboration with Microsoft. Since we're a premier level partner with Microsoft, we'll be highlighting Microsoft's products for embedded computing, gaming in particular.
Okay, that seems pretty comprehensive, and look forward to running through those. I think we're about 3-4 weeks away from G2E now, so yeah, look forward to actually seeing all those, Craig. Ed, I was wondering, obviously we're looking ahead to the shows, but what would you say have been the characteristics of 2023 so far? If you had to summarize this year in the context of 2022, and obviously some of the pandemic years that are hopefully getting behind us now, what trends have you identified, and how are they informing your plans for the remainder of this year and obviously into next?
Yeah, thanks, Lewis. I think, several things. I mean, the figures definitely demonstrate the robust nature of our industry, which is great to see. So 2022, we saw a very strong recovery. Our numbers bounced back following the pandemic. And 2023 has really continued this trend. In fact, stronger than we might have expected, this growth. And we've seen this reflected by the majority of the customers in most regions. So I think it's a really good sign for the industry. I do believe that Advantech's performance, its supply performance, particularly in 2021 and 2022, has further strengthened relationship with customers and also created new wins. Customers are starting to look for resilience and really focusing on resilience in supply chains, and the pandemic's highlighted that importance. Despite Advantech suffering, like all manufacturers in 21 and 22, with increased costs and component costs, particularly, and lead times, our sort of size and purchasing power has enabled us to get the best allocations, or some of the best allocations, and therefore keep customers' lines moving. And we've done this through a huge increase in stock levels, particularly on component level, and also recruiting dozens more staff in the supply chain departments. I think the other change is a slight change in priority from customers. They're sort of looking at strong purchasing power, in-house manufacturing, geopolitical resilience, and financial strength are questions that we're being asked all the time from customers. And Advantech does have really good, strong answers to those questions. We have more than 90 offices around the world, so we're located close to the majority of our customers. But also we're investing heavily in new facilities. Actually, I was in Taiwan 2 weeks ago at our headquarters, and we've just finished our third phase of our campus there, which is a new 6-story factory facility. We're starting next year a new SMT line in our Japanese factory. This gives us now around 1.8 million square feet of manufacturing space. And then we carry on with this investment plan. So we've also started a new headquarters in California for the US staff and sub-assembly. And then in 2024, we'll start another 10-floor factory in Taiwan, with the aim of opening that by 2026. So right. I believe all these points really helped us through 2021 and 22, and helped our customers, and also helped us with the sort of bounce back in growth, and will help us into the future as well.
Okay, pretty impressive kind of stats and numbers. You mentioned geography there, and I wanted to kind of spin that out a little bit. Craig, what markets are you especially excited for, and kind of consider upcoming opportunities, and which provided you with the most interest this year as you look to develop into 2024?
Well, from a product standpoint, probably our most successful product in the last 12 months as far as new interest and samples we shipped is actually our J100, which was a product we launched about, I think, probably a year ago at the last G2E show, which was designed to be very cost effective. We designed it from the ground up to get the bill of materials as low as possible. And that's really has opened up some new markets for us, both geographically and sort of gaming segments. So, we found that, markets like in the US, the pull tab market, skill-based, charitable, bingo markets, they're very, very cost sensitive. And they're kind of migrating from very sort of low end and low cost platforms to perhaps being driven by the regulations, increasing regulations in the industry, or looking at what the more mature markets are doing in the way of the look and feel of their games, and realizing they need higher level technology, but not really ready to pay the kind of sticker price that we have for our full-on gaming platform. So that product's really been interesting as well as opening up new markets for us in both the US and also in Latin America and Asia. That product's been quite successful. So it's more sort of product hitting a price point. I think that's opened up new markets. It's been interesting. Of course, globally or geographically, we're definitely tracking and working on a number of initiatives and activities, and with a number of players in Brazil, hopefully positioning ourselves for when that market takes off. Now that the new government is more receptive and favourable to the gaming industry.
Yeah.
So that's some of the things I'd say.
Okay. Obviously, you mentioned Brazil. Obviously, I want to drill down to that as it's a kind of a highly anticipated market. Ed, how's Advantech preparing for what's seemingly kind of, it's either a market that's either scorching hot or it's freezing cold? So how do you organize for that kind of potential when it's probably happening immediately type thing?
I think Advantech's in a good position there to help both domestic and international customers. And the reason I say that is we've already got an office and assembly plant in Sao Paulo. So ignoring the gaming side of our business, at the moment we've already got experts and a team down there that are importing products, assembling them and shipping them to embedded customers and other verticals within that region. So we have the infrastructure already set up. We have the expertise on the import and the taxation and some of the administrative challenges about importing goods and optimizing that. So I think we're in a really good position. We are also working on creating local ecosystems with software developers. So on the software side of things, more into our vertical. But yeah, from an administrative point of view, from an import and from a stocking and sub-assembly, we have a structure in place already for other verticals in that area. So yeah, like many companies, we're really hoping to see that market open for gaming in the coming year.
Yeah, I think that's fingers crossed for everybody at the moment. Craig, so we talked about products and markets. What else is what else is on the Advantech-Innocore roadmap for the near future? I'm thinking into 2024, and obviously looking, it's really kind of 5 months ahead to what will probably be the last London Eye Show.
Well, on our roadmap, the two new products we'll have at G2E represent the refresh on the S series. The new S455 and the M266 refresh both of those. Our other two product families, the E and the J, we have pretty fresh offerings released in the last year or so. So it'll be well towards the latter half of next year before we chalk up a refresh on those ones. But they're still new products. We are planning another M series based on Intel for some time next year. To refresh the Intel side, although we have a new AMD M series, we'll also start work on a Intel M series. And otherwise, we've got ancillary products that we're always working on, like the LED controller and I/O modules for the M series. As you probably know, we do a lot of custom and ODM designs. So those are always going in parallel. So we're always doing, as I say, little I/O modules to complement the M series products or complete ODM projects for customers who need something totally different or something totally bespoke. That's about what we got planned. Nothing ground shaking, but a refresh to make sure we got something fresh in each of our product ranges and something for everyone really.
Okay, well, something that probably might be groundbreaking, but I'm still untangible at the moment. And this is kind of a personal question, I guess, because I'm been intrigued with the potential and I guess the opportunities presented by AI. For you, from your side, Craig, what do you see the impact being on the gaming industry as we're seeing manufacturers like Intel releasing automated software processes? Is this something Advantech is working on, and are OEMs in the gaming industry actually progressing down this path?
Sure. Well, yeah. I mean, it's very interesting to see how applications of AI are being applied in so many different industries and affecting all areas of our professional and even personal lives, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the casino industry is certainly no different. I think the casino industry certainly has a lot of areas where AI can be really brought to bear. Obviously, you have both online gaming and land-based gaming. You have large numbers of players interacting with computers, massive amounts of data that can be harvested, gathered, and used to optimize the whole process. So I know there's a lot of initiatives to apply AI. From the Advantech standpoint, we have a lot of the building blocks.
Okay.
Because we play in so many industries, Advantech does. We're in factory automation, we're in robotics, retail, hospitality, healthcare imaging, all manner of industrial computing. So we, from our product portfolio, that's been refined over the last year or so to really fit the requirements of AI, and that's across the whole board. I mean, we have multi-processor Xeon servers, which you can fit with the latest NVIDIA RTX CUDA graphics cards for like data center, number crunching, data analytic applications of AI. And then we go right down to the edge AI, as we call it. In front, in front of on the factory floor or on the casino floor or on the slot machine, gathering data, in the real world and providing it to the AI systems. So, although I'm personally not a subject matter expert on AI, I'd certainly recommend people talk to us at Advantech, because we do have a lot of hardware solutions and a lot of experience.
On the other side, actually, Lewis, on that is on the AI. It's also we have a division of Advantech that's doing the iFactory products, and this includes AI. So, gaming customers, while at the moment we're still working out how AI might go on the casino floor, and particularly from Advantech-Innocore, the product line, as Craig said, is still being looked at behind the scenes in terms of supporting customers from an AI point of view for their production. It's something that Advantech has a building block already, and actually we had some applications already that we're looking at. So, for example, checkpoints in production lines. So, you might have a range of cabinets that run through to a point where they're all the same, and then they might split off to become customized, with unique features to each individual customer. Well, that sort of checkpoint where they all go from being a vanilla product to being customized, an AI could be sat in there, looking at each cabinet to say, okay, is it missing anything? No, it's good, and then it goes off. So those type of applications, we have a whole suite in our iFactory side that is starting to use AI to help customers in the manufacture of the cabinet, rather than necessarily always on the casino floor. So that's another area as well.
Okay, yeah, it seems to be something that's affecting all industries. I mean, journalism as well. It's one of the ones that's it's a talking point for everybody. How do you embrace it, or
we're also actually using it. It's very early stages, but I saw it being demonstrated while I was in our factory 2 weeks ago. We're actually using it in our own facility now. So on the shop floor, where there might be an issue in the production line, a LAN connector or something not working, but basically AI, you can talk to it. So it's a Q&A AI. So we can say, what's happened? Why is that feature not working in our test? And then you can also interrogate it and say, okay, for the next 6 months or for the last 6 months, how many failures did we have of that LAN connector on that board? And the AI will go and interrogate the database and said, we've only had 2, or we've had 122 and 100 with this week. And then from that, you can say, okay, we've got a problem we need to look at further, or it's just a one-off to do some chip or some process problem. So, yeah, I think it's not just looking at it from the casino floor point of view. It's looking at how we can, roll out AI to help our customers on the production line, but also use it ourselves in our own facility to improve, to keep improving really the sort of the quality and yield rate of our products.
Yeah, I think it's going to, that quality assessment side of it, it's going to be either front of consciousness or just back of house, just dealing with the kind of everyday tasks. And I find it fascinating, but obviously we're still early doors, particularly for the gaming industry, but it's going to be really interesting to see how it actually develops in the future. Speaking of which, final question, Ed, I wanted to find out, how would you summarize 2023 thus far from Advantech's point of view, and have there been any highlights? Has anything changed as a dynamic in the market that you've reacted to positively with customers?
I think I highlighted many of them in the first question and answer that I gave. I mean, we're really pleased with 2023. The forecasted results for 23 look really strong. But most importantly, I said the resilience and the bounce back in the market. So feeling confident for the future as well, to be honest. I don't think this is just a peak. It feels quite resilient because we're seeing this result from many countries and many customers, and not just one region. I think from an Advantech point of view, and the Advantech-Innocore point of view, we've really got a great team. As you know, we've talked to you over the years.
Yeah.
And we've built up a lot of experience and comprehensive knowledge of the industry. Many of the people have been here decades or several decades. So I really truly believe that with this industry-focused division, Advantech-Innocore, with the experience in this industry, together with the size and the global footprint of Advantech, I alluded to all the investments earlier. It sort of provides a really unique feature, a unique offering to our customers. So, I think we're in a strong place. I think 2023, 24 and 25 are looking robust already. And we very much look forward to meeting all our customers and partners at G2E in a few weeks' time.
Well, that's kind of perfect endpoint. Anything you wanted to add, Craig?
No, just that point. Yeah, please come see us at G2E. We'll have more Advantechers there than ever before, I think. We've certainly been recruiting in our product division, and everyone wants to come to G2E. So come see us, and you'll find someone to talk to, I'm sure.
Oh, I certainly shall, and hope the listeners do as well. Thank you both for joining me today, and I'll wish you safe journeys there, and see you in Vegas soon. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Lewis. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. If you want to watch more, why not subscribe to our channel? Just click here.